All right, man. The zone. Canelo having some conflict right now. Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez wants Egner Berlanga next, and the zone wants him to fight Jaime Munguia next, and then they want him to fight David Benavidez in September. So, if you didn't hear real quick, David Benavidez refused to fight. He refuses to fight David Benavidez. He's refusing to fight Munguia in September, and David Benavidez in general. So, we can run down this real quick. I talked about this on live. If you want to go watch the whole video while we talking, let me go ahead and put that on the podcast. But if y'all don't want to watch the whole video, I speak on everything I spoke on in that section. I feel like the segment is going to be better than the segment was better than it was better than than this video about to be. I was on fire last night. He's on fire, but and I'm about to read it. So, basically what happened was, the zone, they won Munguia in May, and then they still want to bring Benavidez over to the zone in September. So, for the thing was, they want PBC wanted him to fight Benavidez in September. And he said no. So yeah, he said no. They was gonna pay him $60 million, 35 for Charlo, but he had to commit to fighting Benavidez, and Benavidez wasn't part of the original contract. Okay, so Benavidez not being part of the original contract, that was he wasn't obligated. Now, if you ask who was part of the original contract, it was the Texas 3-step. It was Jamel, then Errol, then Jamal was supposed to be the 3-fight deal. So when they tried to fight Benavidez and he refused to, it was a breach of contract because Benavidez wasn't part of the deal. They already had the purses set. But when Errol Spence went off to fight Terrence Crawford instead of fight Keith Thurman, then Canelo Alvarez, that breached the contract. So he wasn't fighting nobody. He refused to fight Terrence Crawford, which they should have put in the contract. If Crawford win, you can fight Crawford. He refused to fight Terrence Crawford. He refused to fight David Benavidez. And the word on the street is he still wanted to fight Errol Spence. Even if Errol Spence came off a loss, he wanted to fight who was in that contract. And obviously Errol Spence wasn't physically ready to take on that fight. So he couldn't fight Errol Spence because Errol Spence wasn't, he had eye injury and all that. But even though Errol Spence lost the way that he did, Canelo Alvarez was still willing to fight him. All right. So let me get that out the way. So basically what happened was this. Let's see if we can. It says the reason why Charlo was not getting ready because Canelo didn't want to make his mind up, but the money was there, bro. It was 35 and 60. Canelo wants to fight Berlanga for May, but the zone wants Munguia. It was going to be 35 for Charlo, 60 for Benavidez from PBC. Now Egner Berlanga is the front runner. He said the truth is Canelo's ducking Benavidez, and now he wants an easy fight. But the zone don't want to pay for Berlanga. The zone wants to pay for Jaime Munguia in May and Benavidez September. I said, David, the zone want David Benavidez. He said yes for September. The thing is that Canelo didn't want Benavidez for May, so that's why they said September. So Canelo wants Munguia, but until September. So basically, what they saying is this. Canelo don't want to fight David Benavidez regardless. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight him. That's why he said he want Berlanga in May and then Munguia in September. He's already came out publicly and said this. And I seen an interview on Marcus Viegas' channel. He's already publicly came out and said that, look here, man, I don't want to fight Benavidez this year. Now, it's also rumored that they want him to fight. He wants to fight 3 times this year. All right. So for the most part, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So, so the zone still wants that Benavidez fight. But it still don't sound like Canelo Alvarez want that Benavidez fight this year. And so be it. They'll sit here and try to gaslight you and, oh man, why would anybody disrespect the great Canelo? Canelo will fight anybody. Well, you didn't rematch Beagle. You waited out a lot of guys. You waited out a lot of guys. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just what's going on at this point. And, I think Canelo will get his way. Even though if he don't get his way, um, even if he don't get his way, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where he gonna run to. I don't really see. I really don't see Bob Arum putting that money up. And I heard a rumor last night that Top Rank for sale, which makes sense because the DAZN deal with Top Rank is up in 2025. So at the end of the day, Bob Arum had a nice little run, but that DAZN deal is up. Is up. That DAZN deal is up. That ESPN deal is up. So, yep, in 2025, and it don't look like ESPN probably, it don't look like ESPN probably even want to renew that deal. So, I mean, that's just what I'm saying. So, I don't know. Maybe Endeavor will buy it, and they've maintained that they don't want to. There's not any talks going on with them buying Top Rank. So I told y'all, boxing is Teofimo Lopez. I'll give him that. He right. This boxing shit is dying. Too many chefs in the kitchen. There's too many different networks that's not producing the best fights possible because they need each other to produce the best fights possible, and they don't trust each other. It's as simple as that. They don't trust each other. They don't trust each other. But yeah, he still wanted to fight Errol Spence. He wanted to abide, he wanted to abide by what was in the contract, and that's what he signed, rightfully so. And rightfully so, that's what he signed. Can't get mad at it. And when Errol Spence signed that new management, that should have been a signal to a lot of people that he wanted to do his own thing. He wanted to do his own thing. And then again, like I said, I can't get mad. I can't get mad at I can't get mad at can't get mad at them, bro. Boxing been doing silly willy dilly stuff for a long ass time. But still wanting to fight Errol Spence. I mean, you can't get mad at somebody that want to abide by the contract. You can't. The contract is the contract. What's on the paper is on the paper. And he didn't want to fight Benavidez, so be it. Don't fight him. Boxing already in the shitter. And now the big battle is going to be, where they let him fight Egner Berlanga. That's criminal, bro. Should nobody sanction that fight. Remember they stopped Jaime Munguia from fighting Triple G? But then told us Vanzis Myrosian was a better opponent when Canelo popped hot. Come on, that should be on the same par as that, man. Berlanga ain't nowhere near for him. But there's people gonna sit up here and tell us how good a fight and it makes sense and we need to support the fight and I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna go cover it. Man, these dudes in boxing ain't nothing but a 50-cent hoes. Fuck $2 hoes. They 50-cent hoes. They love to get PIMP. I'm a PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me. They love getting pimped. They love Al Heyman getting them dollars or shit, the boxing getting them dollars out of them. They love it. They love it. Anybody tell you Berlanga good fighter, try to, oh man, it's a money fight. It make money. It don't make dollars. It don't make sense. See, anybody trying to turn around and tell you that shit, man, ring the bell, man. They ain't no real boxing fans at all. They is not no real boxing fans. So, that's what's going on, man. I can read the rest of this real quick. And just in case I missed anything. Hold on. So Canelo walked away from PBC because he didn't want to fight David or Crawford. He wanted to fight the names that was originally in the contract: Jamel, Errol, and Jamal. He said Heyman told Canelo he'd pay him 35 to fight Charlo next, but he has to fight David or Crawford for the third fight. And Canelo took his ball and walked off. It's told to me by Blase Blah that Canelo still wants to fight Spence even after he lost. Al Heyman tried to structure the contract, restructure the contract because Spence did in Spence. Hold on. Spence went off and did my bad. Spence went off cold, and your boy Canelo said no, he wants who was in the contract. So your boy Spence effed up his own bag because he looked stupid regardless. So there you go. So that was the last little information I got. You can take what you want to take. Take what you take from it. Appreciate the love, support. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Um, check out the Box Rumor playlist. Other than that, peace.